Hello, children. Children, tell me one thing. Should we be hardworking or lazy and selfish? Today, Kahaniwali Nani, am going to tell you a story about this. And the story is based on an old folk tale of a fable type. The story is The Little Hardworking Red Hen. Listen, children. This is a story of long ago. There was a farmyard, and do you know, children, who lived in this farm? Yes, some animals. In this farm, there was a little red hen called Rosie, and she lived with her chicks. There was a pig, Snoopy, and a duck called Dicky, and also a cat, Kathy, Dumpy the dog, and a goat, Ginny. Among these animals, the little red hen, Rosie, Snoopy the pig, Kathy the cat, and Dicky the duck. They were all good friends. Rosie was hardworking, but the others were lazy and selfish. One day, it so happened that while strolling in the farm, Rosie, the little red hen, found a handful of wheat, and soon she put them in her basket. And she began thinking, what shall I do with these? Should we eat them up? No. I and my chicks have just finished our lunch, and I've got lot of grains in the store. And as she was thinking, an idea struck her. I'd better sow these seeds. And she went on one corner of the farm and said, yes, this place is suitable for planting these grains. Now, what did Rosie do? She called out to her friends, Kathy, Snoopy, Dicky, come here soon. All of them came and Rosie showed them the wheat. What, wheat? We don't want to eat wheat. Rosie laughed. No, we are not eating them. I am planning to plant these wheat seeds. Now tell me, who will help me to plant them? Snoopy the pig grunted. No, not I. I've just had my lunch and I don't like to work after lunch, and went away. Now the sleepy cat Kathy said, no, not I. I'm feeling sleepy. Please excuse me. And she lay down under a tree, pretending to sleep. Rosie turned towards Dicky the duck. And Dicky, what did she say? She shrugged her wings and said, it's time for swimming. No, not I. And jumped into the pond. But I will, said Rosie, and she started planting the wheat all by herself. Now, Rosie took good care of the crop, and soon the seeds were grown. They grew into plants. Now, seeing them, Rosie was very excited. It's time for harvesting and threshing. Again, she asked her friends, who will help me cut the wheat plants and thresh the wheat? First of all, Snoopy grunted, not I. I'm not feeling well today. Rosie said, okay, come, Kathy, you help me. And the sleepy cat purred, no, not I. I am feeling sleepy, and slept again under a tree. Rosie looked towards Dicky the duck and said, okay, come, Dicky, we both will finish the task. Dicky said, what, wheat? No, not I, and dived in the pond. Rosie knew all of them were lazy and they were giving lame excuses. So she said, I will. No problem. I will do it all alone. Now, Rosie began to cut the wheat all by herself, and 3. She threshed it with her feathers. Rosie was very happy to see all the wheat cut and threshed. Again she called her friends, Snoopy, Kathy, and Dickie. See, I've cut and threshed all the wheat. Now tell me, who will help me to take the wheat to the mill to ground it into flour? Children, do you know mill means what? Mill means chakki, where we grind the grains and make them into flour. Snoopy looked lazily and said, Not I. Kathy purred sleepily, Not I. And Dickie, without saying a word, slipped away in the bushes. Rosie said, Never mind, I will. And she put all the wheat in a sack and then went to the mill to get it ground into a flour. She brought the sack of flour back to the farm. Rosie was tired. My God, the sack was so heavy. But she said, Anyway, thank God. Now all the work is done except one, only to bake the bread. And again she called to her friends, Who will help me to bake the bread? As usual, the three of them, Snoopy, Dickie, and Kathy, made lazy faces. Not I, grunted Snoopy the pig. Not I, purred Kathy the cat, and certainly not I, quacked the Dicky duck. Never mind, I will, said Rosie, and she began baking the bread all by herself. Finally, the bread was baked. The whole farmyard was smelling with the sweet smell of the bread. Now, all the three, Snoopy, Kathy, and Dickie, they rushed where? They rushed to Rosie's kitchen. Wow, Rosie, such a sweet aroma, they said. Rosie looked at them and said, Who will help me eat this bread? I will, grunted Snoopy. I will, purred the cat, Kathy. And I will, quack the duck, Dickie. No, only I will, said the little red hen, Rosie. And she ate the whole bread along with whom? Yes, her little chicks. Why, you did not help me either in planting, cutting, threshing, or taking to the miller and baking the bread. Then how can you help me in eating this bread? All the three friends felt sorry and ashamed, and they promised not to do the same next time, that they will help her. They all said, Today we have learnt a lesson. If we are lazy, we will not get anything. After some days, Rosie found some grain. This time, all of them, Snoopy, Kathy, and Dickie, helped her. And yes, at the end, they all enjoyed eating the bread together. So, children, you must have now very well understood the value of working hard and consequences of laziness. Always help and cooperate with others. So, children, how did you like this story? The hardworking little red hen? And dear children, you can hear more such interesting stories on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and do press the bell button so that you never miss a new story from me. Press the like button if you like the story and send your comments too. You can also share the story with your friends by clicking on the share button. And we'll meet you again next week with a new story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.